Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why is because I spend the most time with my clients holding their hand throughout the process of changing their life for good. How do I do it? My coaching is mainly composed of audio exchange and telephone sessions. And in between, we correspond by text and emails, of course. I like to work with people who are dedicated to their life change, who believe in themselves in terms of showing up and doing the work with me so that their life can change. I assume if you're on my channel or if you're listening in that you already know on some level that you are the creator of your life. I just have to take you there further. So this is a 100% knowing in your life, no longer just an idea of some sort that you heard somewhere on the internet or on YouTube, but actually you practice it every single day. And so I have different packages on my website. The information is below. I mostly recommend the unlimited audio exchange package, especially if you're just starting out with me. It's a very thorough process. We exchange audios. First, we start out by a phone conversation, which lasts about an hour. I record that conversation with your permission just to take the notes later on. But essentially, the package does contain 4 other sessions. After that, we establish a rapport of exchanging audios. Your audio has to be 20-minute max. I listen to your audio more than once. I take extensive notes, and then I get back to you with my analysis of your audio and then giving you instructions further. My response is usually over the mark of 20 minutes because I have to discuss many different things with you. I'm a very direct coach. I am not for everybody. I realize that profoundly because my direct approach may not be for you. Okay, if you're looking for somebody who's just going to, kind of like spend time with you occasionally and not really give you feedback, that is not me. You may as well go to therapy. Okay. I'm not a therapist. Parenthesis here, by the way. I'm not here to cure any kind of like mental illness if you've got one. Other than anxiety and maybe like depression, I cannot deal with anything else, okay? I'm here to give you feedback. The main difference between me and a therapist is that I get paid for my feedback. I'm very direct, and I don't want you to spend like endless time in coaching. I want you to really get your shit together and start delivering results. And so because of this, I will be brutally honest with you about everything I see. Whatever you share with me is confidential, of course, unless, it becomes a problem and you're a threat to somebody. This is an extreme example. However, I had to face it in my coaching lately, and so I just need to put it out. I'm pretty sure 99.999% people really fucking get that, but sometimes, there are exceptions to the rules. I hate to say that. Basically, come prepared to work. Come prepared to be facing your demons. Come prepared to take the garbage out of your life so that you can really expose yourself to a new kind of system, a new possibility of creating your life on purpose. That's what I ask. Come humble, come honest, come open. Best way to get coaching with me is you need to pre-book on my website or pay me, via Cash App or Zelle, and then email me the agreement that is on my website. Again, it's very self-explanatory. The agreement is just to alleviate certain situations that, quite frankly, I don't want to deal with, like, people who assume this is therapy. It is not. I am not a psychologist. I don't have a license. I'm a coach. I've been coaching for 8 years, very successfully off YouTube with many celebrities, still am. Just wanted to expose this practice to people who need it out there for a lot less money that I'm charging off YouTube, okay? And I understand that There will be challenges in coaching. I just ask that you show up respectful, that you don't bombard me, that you don't violate the rules of coaching, such as sending me more than one audio. And just, understand this has to be directed by me, not you. Okay, if you could have done this by yourself, then you would have done it already. I'm in charge. You're following my guidance. If you don't like my personality, well then whatever, Like I said, go to somebody else. I am for results. I am for results. I am for delivering results as quickly as possible. And if you follow my guidance, you're going to get there. Once in a while, I'm not going to lie, I will kick your ass, metaphorically speaking, but it's all for your good. I need to be blunt with you. I need to give it to you like it really is so that you achieve what you're really after. Another package that I would recommend is unlimited phone sessions. And that is for somebody who mainly wants to be on the phone with me instead of being, exchanging audios. The price is higher. The reason why is because it's obvious. I have to be on the phone with you for an hour, record that session, then transcribe it in my own way, taking notes, extensive notes, and then analyze it, and we discuss this further on our next session. Okay, so it's audios or phone calls. Everything else, there are other packages, but that's the main dish basically for you if you're starting out in coaching. There's a seminar, there's text only, there's like phone calls that I don't really take a lot of notes, but this is for somebody who's already been in my coaching and they need a refresher course. Okay, sometimes I do that. I would really recommend to start out with the two packages that I initially mentioned. All right. If you have any questions, please email me or text me. I would love to hear. And the other thing I'd like to mention, because a lot of people ask me like a ton of questions via email, I'm not a coach who specializes in SPs only. The reason why I'm talking about the subject is because I want to impart my own point of view, my own kind of like wisdom, if you will. I do not specialize in any specific area. I do all of it. Okay, it's career, health, you name it, I do it all. And I've coached people of all walks of lives, all ages, and I mean, really just everybody that you can imagine, you name it, I've coached them. All I ask is you come humble, respectful, and open. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. All right, the subject of today is magically changing their mind. Now, this is SP, yes, but also could be anybody. I mean, specific, like the other day, somebody commented on my channel. It was so funny. They asked me, what is SP standing for? And I said, it's a space person. It was so funny. And if you're listening, the person who commented, please don't take offense. I thought it was a really well-known fact that SP stands for specific person, but this person didn't know. So I kind of like made a joke, and he said, why would I want a space person? And I said, well, don't you want an astronaut or something? Anyway, eventually I told him. But a specific person is basically anybody. It doesn't have to be a lover. It doesn't have to be a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It could be anybody. It could be a coworker, it could be a business partner, it could be a friend, it could be anybody, just a specific person. That's all it really is. And so magically changing their mind, I have done this so many times, it's beyond. And now, listen, for those of you who think this is like woo-woo shit, it's not. It's metaphysics. It's quantum physics, really, is what it is. Because it's been proven by scientists that if you basically create a vibration with one particle, the other particle responds instantaneously. It's like, these abstract coaches who go about saying we're all one and the universe is united and, the consciousness, the God consciousness. And it's like these elaborate, vague statements. I'm more about practicality of this situation. And so this is not woo-woo shit. This is not black magic. Just understand this is how the quantum field works. When you change your mind for them, they change their mind for you. Let me explain. If, for example, if you have a conflict right now with your SP or with whoever, I don't care who it is, like I said, you change your mind within your mind. You say, now they're thinking this about me, or about this matter, or about this project that we're about to embark upon, or whatever. Simultaneously with this, they have just now started to change their mind about all of this. Why? Because you did. Because you're the God of your reality. And again, for some people, it's like, what the fuck is this? Well, this is how the universe works. What the fuck is this? You're the creator of your reality. In your reality, this person has just changed their mind. It's of you. Nobody has free will. Forget about this shit. If you think that somebody else has free will in your reality, you're giving away your power. You're sitting on the throne of your universe, the king or the queen of your reality, and you're thinking somebody else has free will. What's wrong with you? Hello? No, nobody has free will. You're in the center of creation, and you say, this person now has changed their mind. They're going to behave this way. And it doesn't matter how long they have behaved this way. I have done this so many different ways. So many different ways. Situations that you would never think were possible. In fact, people would tell me, like professionals would tell me, this is not, Anna, listen, sweetheart, like, it's not going to work. Oh, really? I even derive more pleasure when people tell me it's not going to work, and I make it work anyway. I love that shit. People even spiritual people, and the so-called spiritual people. Okay, let me not get sidetracked right now. Professionals, people like way older than me, way experienced, and tell me, no, it's not possible. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Oh, really? Okay, let's see. And I make it work anyway, and in the shortest period of time, mind you. Just because I decided. Because I'm that fucking stubborn. I'm that intentional about my reality. I don't know about you, but I want my shit and I want it now. Okay? And that's the deal. When you're completely fused with that knowledge of that you're the God of your reality and nobody fucking else is, the knowing of it all, that's the knowing. The knowing is really like, excuse me, how are you? I'm in charge here. Move the fuck over. I'm doing the fucking shit here. I'm in charge. I'm calling the shots. So you can tell me the sky is fucking purple. I still know my situation, and I know it's fucking blue with wonderful, beautiful clouds. Or whatever the fuck I want. I don't know. You have to remember, everybody's going to try to project, parenthesis here, by the way, everybody's going to try to project their own reality. Now, even my teaching is a projection of reality. Now, that's the reality I know perfectly so, which is what I teach and try to impart on everybody. But that's just a reality. You may want to buy into that reality or you may not. The choice is yours. That's the beauty of things. You may want to reside in your dysfunctional cycle, which doesn't serve you, that you're suffering from and you haven't gotten any results. I'm just going on the assumption you want to create a new version of yourself, right? But some people, have called me entitled, braggadocious, a bully even, a manipulative, kind of like little bitch. You know what? I take it as a compliment because you're on another level and I'm of a different level where those kinds of situations, quite frankly, don't exist. Everything is easy. Everything is fabulous. I don't have paranoia. I don't have these situations of, saying that, oh, if I think this way, if I think I'm entitled to, entitled, one word, but I know that I am that person who has that what I want. If that's entitlement, you are operating from a scarcity mindset. Or the devil, or whatever, whatever you want to call me. I don't give a flying fuck, quite frankly. It's like this. Whether you want to believe one thing or the other, it's your choice. You want to believe that somebody who gets what they want consistently and tries to teach people how to do it is some kind of a wrong person. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, maybe there's something wrong with me because obviously my life is fucked up. Okay, maybe this person has something to teach me. It's just a very extreme example. But if you want to buy into reality where everything is easy and the universe is 100% on your side, like even when you're not on your side, it's on your side, then you have something to work with. But if you're working against yourself and you're making these proclamations against somebody who's like, trying their best to help you, you've got a problem, my darling. All realities are valid. Listen, everything from top to bottom, from the lowest of lowest to the highest of highest. Now, I'm just going on the assumption you want to achieve the highest of highs, maybe even higher than me. Be my guest. Go for it, my darling. That would be fabulous. Nothing makes me more happy when my clients achieve what they didn't even think they could achieve. I love that shit. It's wonderful. It brings me to tears, quite frankly, if I'm being perfectly honest. But the choice is yours, So it's a perspective. You want to judge somebody for them having, what you would like and the kind of situations you would like. That's a road to absolutely fucking nowhere. And not only that, you will not get what they have. If you're judging somebody for having what you want, you're never going to get it because you're in judgment of it. And so if you're judging somebody for creating their life on purpose easily, you may want to ask yourself 2 questions, really. What is it in me that judges them that I have learned maybe in my childhood or adolescence or some time along the way to getting here in this moment of time? And 2, why am I working against myself, pushing the very thing I want away from me? Very 2 important questions. And you will find that you basically have bought into some bullshit that doesn't serve you. And quite frankly, has never served you. So you might as well change teams. And so magically changing somebody's mind is so easy if you buy into the notion that it is easy and that you're in charge, that it is perfectly easy. I can sit here right now and say, this person right here, right now, who has given me trouble and this and the other, suddenly changes their mind and apologizes to me. Now, if I don't want to do that, then I don't do it. But if I do, it's done. Not only is it done, it is done in their mind. It is done like as in they're thinking what I'm thinking. That is not manipulative. That once again, it's creation. This is how creation works. Perfectly so. Again, the universe is arranged all in your favor. If you know how to work it right, if you like going up to the computer and you don't know what the fuck to do with it, then you're going to fuck up. But if you know how it works, then you're going to produce magic. And magic works like this. Everybody's you, and you control the universe. If you don't want to engage with certain parts of it, that's all right. But if you do, then you can really fucking do that shit. You can change the way they think. You can change what words they use. They could have been one way for X amount of years, and all of a sudden, they are a completely different person. Now again, the premise is such that if you want to do it, sometimes you don't. You're like sick of them. You're like, fuck you and go fuck yourself. That's it. I'm done with you. I'm done. But if you want to do it, if you want to keep them in your life, and it's a person, dear to your heart and all this kind of jazz, you can do it. You can be like, this is how you are right now. And remember, this is an illusion. This is all an illusion anyway. So choose your delusion wisely. You can doubt your power. You can doubt everything under the sun that's going on, or you can, quite frankly, declare. Really declare and say, excuse me, I'm in charge, move over, this is what's happening. Even you, my SP or my coworker or my boss or friend, my parent, my whatever, sister, brother, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. You're under my control. This is how you're going to be. This is how you're going to behave. Because I decided this. Before, I was a bit like confused, like a little bit ta-ta-da, and I was not really on purpose about my creation. But now I am. And now you're going to behave this way. It's very intentional and it's very intense. You have to be intense about your desires. You have to be on purpose. Okay. Another thought I had the other day, and here's the deal. When you're changing somebody's mind, keep in mind that what you're thinking about them goes back and forth. So it's an invisible telephone, if you will, an invisible kind of like whatever chat or whatever telephone, I would say telepathic connection, essentially. And so you're transmitting the thought to this person and they're feeding it back to you. So it's like on a loop, going going back and forth. And so just imagine for 1 second, what if your SP that left and who, somehow you perceive as not caring about you or not there or this and any other. What if the obsession that you have, and a lot of people have this situation where they're like obsessed and upset and blah, 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 thinking about them all the time. What if the reverse were true? What if the SP is obsessed, not you? That you're upset for nothing right now. That you're actually picking up on their emotions. And that's the telephone in reverse. Meaning, at some point you were upset, and then they got upset and obsessed with you. And now actually, it's them who are really upset and obsessed, and not you. You're just perfectly picking up on their emotions, and they're translating that vibration. That's one idea. There are no secrets in the universe, and so very much like you can translate a thought to somebody and say, you're going to do this, or you're thinking this, or ba 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 ba. The same can work in reverse. If you're picking up on sad thoughts about this person, that person is sad. If you're picking up on obsessive thoughts about this person, that person may be obsessed with you. If you're thinking of that person, they're thinking of you. There's no question. If they're constantly on your mind, you're constantly on their fucking mind. There is absolutely no question about it. So in other words, you have constant, steady access to this SP, whoever they are, and you can instantaneously start changing their mind. Is it going to be apparent instantaneously in your 3D world? Perhaps not. Perhaps yes, but perhaps not. But the intensity of the desire and the intentionality behind it will produce results like no tomorrow. Again, I've done this many times. I've turned around people who have been, at war with me for like years. All of a sudden, they're my best friends. Former SPs have come back and apologized to me. Different situations, that were completely seemingly impossible, and all of a sudden this person has changed, but completely, and I mean completely, offered me an apology, told me if you need anything, I'm here, only because I changed my mind about them. And I wondered what it would be like had they been a different way. It's all up to me. But if I don't choose to do it, then it doesn't happen. So you are the one creating. If you're having problems right now about them changing their mind or whatever, third party, what you name a situation, the essence of the problem is you, your beliefs, your state of mind, the way you're thinking about them, and all that jazz. And the only one who the entire universe is waiting on is you, to change their mind, and just about anybody else's. They're not as important. Keep in mind, you're the only most important person in the world, because it's your world, it's your universe, it's your reality. So if you change your mind about them, you will change their mind and just about everybody else's mind. And whoever mind you don't want to change, you will not change, and because you don't care. You have to care. There should be like an involvement of passion and love and interest. If you don't care about something, it falls away naturally, because it's just like, the universe is for expansion. If something is not like of interest to you, not expanding you, you're just like, I don't give a shit, who cares? But if you really care about this someone, or something, or a project or anything like that, then it goes in your favor, and it can happen overnight. Try it out and see. Just feed this person your thoughts of how you want it to be. How you want it to be, not how it's been, not what they said, No, how you want it to be. And then see for yourself how your knowing of that new creation reflects back to you almost instantaneously. Almost instantaneously. All right. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.